All right, so air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Your overall energy for the weekend is the High Priestess. So for one, you could be told to like just trust the process, trust your intuition. There are things maybe that are developing that you're unaware of, but you are guided by your own inner knowing. So trust that. And this can also indicate that there are some secrets being kept, whether you are keeping secrets or someone is keeping secrets from you. So we also have Judgment, the Emperor, and then we have the Page of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. All right, so looking further, it feels like I saw you maybe receiving some sort of anonymous call or a hidden call. I feel that someone has been observing you, quietly observing you. So you could, in a sense, have like a secret admirer if this is a love situation. And I feel like maybe this person has been strategizing, trying to figure out when they're going to call you, how they're going to approach you. They just want to understand you from afar. And yeah, I feel like this person is very disciplined. So it can take however long it takes. You know, they're not in a rush, but if they feel like they have claimed you, then they'll claim you when they're ready. They'll come forward when they're ready. But in the meantime, you know, this is a strong-willed individual. And I feel like, you know, they're observing you. There's also the possibility of having more than one secret admirer, but I feel like there's definitely one. There could be challenges in communication. If someone is pursuing you, like I said, they're observing you, so maybe they're intentionally only, you know, speaking a little bit to you or with little words. It's not like a lot of communication. Maybe it's like very little small talk. And I feel too like this is how someone is keeping their distance or is staying guarded. And I feel like somebody could be daydreaming or fantasizing about you or sees you as their ideal companion, their ideal person. They could be a family man, or this indicates that this person maybe has children. So when the two of you get together, it could be like an instant family. Now, you also could be dating someone, but you've been keeping it a secret from your children because you want to make sure that this person is actually for you. So maybe you're going to bring this person around your children, see how they're interacting with that person. And if you feel like you can trust them, or you like the way they're interacting with your children, you like the way your children are responding to this person, then maybe you feel like, okay, I can let my guard down a little bit with this person. I can see myself maybe in a relationship with them. So it does seem like maybe you could take them more seriously. Now it's weird too because I get like shy energy. Someone who's bold, but they're also shy. Yeah. Now, as far as you, aside from a love situation, you could be strategizing. This could be your energy trying to figure out, what your next move is going to be. What's your plan of action? And you might be making some sort of quiet observations. Maybe you're trying to make some sort of business decision, or just in general, it seems like maybe there's something that you're wanting to do, but you're trying to think about it. The gears are turning. And it does seem like there is some sort of unfinished business that needs to be attended to. It's something that you need to complete. I feel like maybe you started something, you didn't finish it, but maybe that's what your strategy is. You're like, okay, I need to figure out how am I going to complete this. I started it. How am I going to complete this? And it seems like you're having to be very patient. Maybe you've already done something. You took some sort of action towards something, and now all you can do is kind of sit back and wait, and let things unfold a little bit. I feel like you're also making decisions that maybe aren't well thought out initially. They're very splenic. You're like, okay, this is what I'm deciding to do. It's like you didn't maybe give the idea a lot of time to develop, but I feel like it's also kind of okay because you're learning. It seems like you are in a learning phase, whether you're learning how to be more analytical, or you're learning how to express yourself in a different way. Whatever it is, it seems like you're learning. And I feel like you're also using your imagination for something. You have some sort of vision or fairy tale that you want to come true. And you're like, how can I make this manifest? And it seems like certain things are starting to fall into place, though. Maybe you've been using a different form of creative visualization. There are times where whatever it is that you're trying to pursue or do, you might feel trapped or stuck. You start overthinking something, and that prevents you from moving forward. So try not to overthink whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And definitely seems like you're experimenting a lot. You're playing around with a lot of thoughts or ideas. Now, the shadowy side of the love part is that you are guarded towards someone, even though you're attracted to them, because maybe you're aware that they're in a relationship and you're like, oh, I don't want to intrude on that. That person has a whole family. So something could be going on where maybe you are a little interested, but you're setting boundaries with this person, but at the same time, you can't stop thinking about them. And it seems like, you're just like being trapped. You're trapped with thoughts of them, like you can't seem to escape. And maybe you're not wanting to fall in love and you're just like trying to stop it from happening. But it does seem like this person is mentally assaulting you. Seems too like you're trying to practice some sort of mind over matter. You could also be doing things with your family, or maybe there is something that you're needing to share with your family. Maybe you have some sort of idea you've been developing and you're like, how can I bring this to my family? Or how can I get my family on board? So there may be some things that you're thinking about. I feel like you're trying to make some sort of a power move for yourself and your family, but you're trying to put it together before you present it to the family. But it does kind of look like people would be on board with whatever this idea is. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so something in regards to the communication, it still feels like you're kind of playing around with certain things. And then, like I was saying, there could be challenges in communication. That could be because somebody is being too indirect, especially in a love situation, like that secret admirer. I feel like they're just hinting and trying to get a feel of what you think of them. I feel like somebody also just keeps playing something out in their head more so than actually taking action. And it's just like, just say it, just come forward. Now, also, if someone was not too keen on having children, that could be another reason why there is a little bit of hesitance towards a relationship, because it's like, well, I'm interested, but I didn't really want somebody with children. And that might be something that someone is struggling with. Let's see. And there could be an Aries, an air sign. Aries or an air sign, but also could be an earth sign. Now, there's also something that could be coming to an end or some sort of changes. It seems like the end of an illusion or a fairy tale. But not in a negative sense. I mean, like I said, if it's something like somebody is playing around with an idea, it's like, okay, I'm tired of this being in my imagination. I'm actually going to make it happen. So it could be that. It also looks like there could be talks of travel or relocating. Like maybe right now it's just a thought and it's kind of like putting it out there. Like, how would you guys feel about moving, or how it, I just kind of feel like something is still being discussed with family. Also, it seems like what could be coming to an end is some sort of blockage or barricade. Something was blocking you, and that block is being removed. Or some sort of restriction. Now, also as an air sign, sometimes you have to watch your words or be mindful of how you say something, because you could unintentionally hurt someone's feelings. Maybe, you're being too direct with someone or too harsh. So yeah, there could be an issue with delivery on how you say things, but it also could be happening to you. Maybe someone is saying something that could potentially be a little hurtful, or someone's honesty could be, overbearing. Everybody can't handle direct honesty. If something is said that causes pain, I feel that it's like, oh, I'm sorry, let me fix this. And so I feel like that it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it does look like that issue is going to be resolved. In regards to a love situation, somebody might be seen as a homewrecker. It could be you or another air sign. But it does look like someone is being blamed for the reason there was a breakup. And it is also just looking like someone is being extremely transparent about something. So somebody also could be more so not hurting someone's feelings, but speaking about their pain, like being very vocal about it, or being like an open book. Maybe someone is sharing something on social media and they're just explaining about how they went through a breakup or how they lost their job and how they overcame something. So it does seem like maybe someone is being uplifting by talking about the pain that they had to experience. There was something else I was getting to. Maybe to come back. Yeah, something about somebody's ex might be coming forward. So it seems like either air and fire are coming together or air and air. So definitely could be making some sort of love connection. There could be some sort of healing connection taking place. Yeah. I feel like relationships are being healed. Something looks like being cleansed or purified. I feel too that if you're making a new connection, it feels heaven sent. It feels like a dream come true. There is something very spiritual or divine about a connection that maybe you're having with someone. And I feel like someone is coming into your life to get you on a certain path. And they're going to be a reflection of your highest self. They're going to be a reflection of the parts of yourself that you find beautiful, the parts of yourself that you love. So they're holding up a good mirror for you to see. Now, if this is not romantic in nature, it still feels like you're connecting with a soulmate or with your soul family, and you're bonding with someone. Even if you're connecting with like a group of people, out of that group, there's going to be one person that you're really bonding with. And it does feel like divine, like you were guided together from above, because there is something very significant about this connection. And maybe you guys are meant to help each other in some way in life, to get to your destination, whatever that is. So, yeah, and it seems like you could be having very profound conversations, and this connection feels very spiritual, whether it's romantic or not. It feels like you're having a spiritual connection with somebody, and it can be very telepathic. You start to think about them, they start to call. You guys are just like thinking about each other at the same time. You also could just be having a very heart-to-heart conversation with somebody that you deeply care about. Okay, I'm seeing protection. Someone can become overly protective, even in spirit, if someone's no longer here, maybe someone's father or a father figure. As an empath, if you start to experience some sort of anxiety, that could be an indication that there is a spirit around you. And then going back to something that maybe you're trying to accomplish, some sort of goal, or idea that you have. It's possible that someone could say something that makes you doubt what you're wanting to do or doubt your decision, but this is saying, like, don't be afraid. Like, block out the naysayers and push forward. I feel like you're needing to have tunnel vision and stay focused on the goal. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. There's going to be a lot of things trying to deter you from the path that you're on. I feel like the more distractions, the closer you are to hitting that goal or reaching that goal. So I feel like you're needing to stay confident. You also might do something. Something feels like building a fort around yourself when you become defensive. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it seems like you're having to build a fort around yourself. Okay, I'm also seeing that there is some sort of anxiety about having to travel, move, or relocate. Let's say you start off in a long distance relationship. I really just feel like somebody is either afraid to fly to come visit you, or you're afraid to visit them, or someone is afraid to fall in love with someone that's so far away, because it's like, now that means one of us has got to move. And so which one of us is going to uproot? And there's a lot of anxiety about that, because maybe the both of you are happy where you currently live, but you love each other. If this hasn't happened yet, that might be a future dilemma for your love life. Like your love interest might start off, your relationship might start off long distance. That also could be another reason why someone has been hesitant about coming forward, because they're like, how do you make a long distance work? So yeah, I kind of feel like someone is stressing about travel or distance or relocating. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, we have envy, the world, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, overall energy, third chakra, Archangel Tramiel. So if you are currently making moves in your life, maybe you've been trying to keep quiet because you're aware of envious people. There could be someone from a distance who is envious of your life. But I feel like you are going to continue to take the high road. I feel too like you're glowing. Like something is happening within you where maybe you're glowing, and you're attracting a lot of both positive and negative things towards you because of this glow that you have. I feel like maybe you're attracting curious minds. People are wanting to know how you're glowing, or like I said, whatever it is that you're doing to manifest something or to change your life. And I feel like they're curious, but their ego is in a way from asking. They just rather watch from afar. Now, this can also be your energy, so be mindful of, how you perceive someone else's life. Try to be in competition with yourself and not necessarily other people. I feel like you're also trying to create another world for yourself. You're like, this is my world. This is my reality. This is what I'm attracting or what I'm creating. And it does seem like maybe you're being very spiritual or, thinking very outside the box. It seems like you have a bird's eye view of the world, which is also maybe giving you an advantage over competitors. It seems too like you're tapping into your spiritual side. You also might have some sort of premonition. I would say awakening, but I feel like this is more like a premonition. Now, if normally you are very psychic or intuitive, but you have been feeling blocked, I feel that that block is being removed. And I almost feel like Saturn was blocking something. I feel like Saturn maybe felt like you weren't ready to receive certain knowledge, but because of your maturity level, you're able to see something now. As far as creativity, I feel like you're being very innovative. Your will is strong. It seems like you're very driven. There is something that you want to conquer. Somebody is like having really big ideas. I'm getting like conquer the world. Yeah. I just had like a dark version of this, whereas an air sign leader has some sort of hidden knowledge and is potentially using that to conquer the world. Based off of some sort of high level knowledge or technology. And that might be why someone is able to do the things that they're doing. So, I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't know who that is. I know who I'm thinking about. But turning it back to you, if you do have a powerful vision, just make sure that be mindful of the power or the gift that you have. All right, so hopefully this helps. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.